high at 28 degrees today. It's so bad the wife even had to call off. There's spots that she couldn't see the end of the hood on the car. It's blowing and snowing so hard right now. We got another 4 inches last night. That takes us over a foot that we've got in the last 4 days. So I got a day with the wife. Whoop whoop. We're going to get everything synced in here together so I can see who the hell's here this early in the morning. Let me see here. Where am I at? Where am I at? There we are. We're way back here on the list. Wonder why. All right. Thelma's up there. Good morning, Santee. Turkey Day approacheth. Add sliced green chilies to your stuffing. Oh, most definitely. Add some kind of chilies to my stuffing. Oh, pop, there's that. And I'm going to share this out on the old Facebook real quick. Let me see here. Where's my blue bar? Right there. All right. Good morning, Tony. Hope you're doing well this morning. Yeah, Santee, I decided it's something I've wanted to do for a few years now. And I don't know. I just get in that Christmas mood and, you know, doing the baby shower this past Sunday, seeing the Toys for Tots box, thinking, you know, there's no reason. No, there's no reason why not. We don't have a Yule log to piss on or a window to throw it out of, but by God, if I can bring a little bit of joy to, you know, some other kids in the area, it's one of the main reasons I'm letting this stuff fuzzy up again. I think I might even put on the Santa Claus suit to especially the adopt a family thing. You know, take the stuff to them, but I will definitely wear my coat and pants and my cavalry boots and stuff like that when I go to drop off the stuff for Toys for Tots. Good morning, Jan. Hope you're doing good this morning. Staying nice and toasty next to the fire. It is a chilly one this morning, that's for sure. Bah humbug, or my favorite ho 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 ho. Now you sound like me, dude. Quit being so grumpy at Christmas time. Think of the joy and the happiness and the laughter we can spread. No fire today. Have a hair appointment at 10. That's right. I forgot about that. Going to get your hair did up. Looking all purty-fied. That's just how it should be. All purty-fied. Yeah, then let them die and decrease the surplus population. One of my favorite lines out of Scrooge. Then let them get on with it and decrease the surplus population. I'm not grumpy at all. Cold down there, huh, Tony? Yeah, we had a high of 31 yesterday. We made it to 30 degrees. Um, we had a forecasted high of 31. Made it to 30 degrees. Today we have a forecasted high of 28, and we've been hovering at 26. Since 4 o'clock when I got up, it's not moved a degree either direction. Um, like I said, it's snowing here so hard this morning that the wife took off to get an early start, and she said there were spots where she could not see the end of her hood. It was blowing so hard, so she pulled off in someone's driveway, called in, said she was not going to come in and drive in that stuff, and they said it was the same way up there in Hartford, Michigan, and they didn't blame her. If they didn't live in town, then they would have an excuse why they didn't have to show up either. So, but got a day with the wife. I try. It'll look better than it does now. You're a pretty girl. You know, I used to say that my wife has nothing to fear. That the only affair I would ever have would be with Miss Clairol. But you know, I'm not a big fan of being all frosty and white down here and still having brown up top. But you know, I've kind of got used to it. I've kind of got used to it. I've tried to bleach this. I've tried to dye this. Neither one of them keep. I know you guys remember back when I bleached my hair, and it was 2 shades whiter than this was. Either can't get this to match with this, or can't get this to match with this. I just said, screw it. I'm gonna let it go natural. I don't care. So, oh, it is 19 according to TV, but it seems way colder in the wind. I went out and cleaned the car off earlier. Believe me, I know. I had on this sweater. I had on my cardigan. I had my big thick fuzzy robe on. I put on my cavalry boots because well, it's the only boots I got that's higher than the snow. Um, Went out, cleaned the car off, got it all started and stuff. Wife took daughter to school and was going to head out from there, and she said, "Nope, not going to do." The only reason she even went out to take daughter to school is you just can't depend on the time the bus comes. Here it is, you know, 26 degrees, and the kids go out here and stand at the bus stop. The bus may come at 10 after. The bus may come at 7:30. There ain't no reason to. There ain't no reason to go out and stand in the cold and get snow in your face and get wet and risk getting sick just because the bus driver can't be dependable. So, let me see here. We got 29 now, supposed to go to 31. I've had the little white chin thing since I was 30. I'll tell you what, I wish I could pull up. I wish I could pull up pictures using this streaming system. The pictures of me, you guys may remember me showing them before. The picture of me doing the Viking thing where I've got like the horned crown on and stuff like that. That was 2 weeks before I got married. All this was dark. That was 2 weeks before I got married. 3 weeks and 3 days before I went into diabetic shock. And I was in diabetic shock for 10 days. When I came out, this was almost completely white. So it shocked my system so bad that just in those 10 days, it was dark, like yay far down, and everything else was white that was coming out. So, and it's been like that ever since. I got this little strip right here that still has some collar to it. Other than that, it comes in pure white. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you, bud. 32 in Cincinnati, watching Godzilla versus Kong, drinking hot chocolate. It's a good movie. It's definitely a hot chocolate kind of movie. It's warmer in Cincy than warmer in the city than out here. Yep, the winter is here. I mean, I don't want to sound like a an old commercial for Game of Thrones, but winter's not coming. Winter's here. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. And it is a chilly morning. Yeah, there you go. Godzilla versus Kong and a cocoa drink off. See which one of them gags on the marshmallows. Hope you guys enjoyed the video yesterday. Um, I got to find myself a brand new green screen system. Just that little 6 minute clip at the end of the video where I was talking about doing the Toys for Tots thing and the Adopt a Family thing. My editing system that I used for that green screen, I had so many layers I had to keep putting in that thing. It shut off 53 times in that 6 minute span of video. I was able to put one layer, get it set and locked into place, put in the second layer, tried to go for the third layer. I can go up to 5 layers. I got to the third layer, it would shut off. I would have to shut it down, clear it out, restart it, and go back to the spot I was working on. And I would go to put the third layer in, it would shut off again. So what I was having to do is I was going for 2 layers, then I was encoding it and saving it to the system. Then I would go back and I would put 2 more layers in. I would save it, go back and put it or save it in the system. Then I'd come back, put 2 more layers in. It was constantly, it was a pain in the butt. Wait till you all see the video I'm doing tomorrow. Basically the same thing, I just done a completely different intro and it did the same thing. So let me see. The only good thing about being here is that we don't have the snow y'all have. That's pretty true. Pretty true. First day of gun deer season. Obviously, I chose to defer to the cold. I don't blame you. As much as I had. Good morning, Donna. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Just a line to say hello before I'm off to work. Want to return the favor and come say hello. Welcome to the family. That's all I can say. Once you've been here once, you're part of the family. That's just, I don't know, but this hat is too hot. Hold on, guys. Oh. Take the newsboy hat off. Put the driving hat on. That old wool hat, man, I'll tell you what. It's only 55 degrees in this room right now because I've got the window open and the vent locked off so the computer don't get too hot. Let me see here. I don't blame you for deferring to the cold though, bud. I really honestly don't. It's, I mean, you're right there on the western door to the Great Plains and whew, it's chilly. Please hit the like button, share this out. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. I know it's cold in Louisiana, whopping 37. Well, I'll tell you what. I talked to Mom and Dad yesterday. They're in north central Indiana right now, from Tennessee, and they got they got into northern Kentucky and they were like, "What the hell?" And got up to my sister's place yesterday and they couldn't believe what they seen. It's been chilly down there in Tennessee, but they haven't got any snow yet. And, I mean, chilly for Tennessee is comfortable here, but I think they said they had a couple mornings in the 30s. I'm like, hell, we've had mornings in the teens. That's not chilly. I know you guys haven't forgot Midwestern weather yet. You've only been down there for 12 years. But the old man was smart. He deferred the comfort of my mom's car to the power of his Z71 and drove it up instead. To be honest, had not dug out my cold weather gear. I thought tomorrow was the first day. Still, seen weather last night. It's only going to get worse, they say, with another cold front. They could have stopped by here. They were in northern Kentucky. They actually don't go that far east, Jan. What they what they normally do is take. I think they take 121 straight up and pick up. They cross the Ohio River and go down there past the Army proving base down in southern Indiana, and come straight up into. They meet up with 70 East, head into Indianapolis, go around 465, and pick up 37, and then go up through Pendleton, Indiana, just west of Anderson, Indiana, and straight into Elwood, Indiana. So they don't go over that far. Yeah, our winter weather storm officially ended at 10 a.m. yesterday, but then the winter weather advisory took over, and it goes clear through tomorrow. So damn that lake effect snow. Who keeps dinging my bell? Somebody keeps dinging my bell. Good morning, Ty. Hope you're doing good. Of course, guys, today is the big day for Ty. The He and the hen house have to go to court today because of her contempt charges. The court is finally going to do something about her contempt. Um, so, hopefully, um, yeah, I'll say it. I can wish some hateful shit on bad people. Hopefully, she gets an extended stay in the Iron Bar Hotel for her contempt towards Ty and the kids. So, fingers crossed. Chat. Yeah, it's that's what it is. I just seen it. Fingers crossed. Lots of love. Three eyes. Would not that be Triclops? Yes, but Triclops Raven Productions or Triclops Raven Investigations just didn't sound right for some reason. I don't. Triclops raven. So I'm pretty sure my neighbor got your package because I asked and they keep ignoring me about it. Well, somebody needs to get a hold of either the mail or FedEx or however it was sent and find out, inform them that the person that it was destined to never got it, and find out if it was delivered. Go figure. Like I said, though, I'll be putting out a video tomorrow. Just a special little short thing outlining. Basically, it's a modified version of the ending of yesterday's video, just talking about the Toys for Tots thing and the adopt a family thing. Other than that, it's nothing big. I know most of you guys watched the video from yesterday. You've seen the ending of it. Um, you know what I'm wanting to do. You can watch it again. You can share it out. I want to try to get that to go viral. I don't just want it to stick within our family. I want it to spread all over YouTube. So, and then of course Sunday I will have another Native American video coming out. This one here is actually on Itokia Chief Hump of the Minneconjou Sioux. So that's going to be a very interesting one. Uh, and then, of course, coming up this week is Thanksgiving. I still plan on being on Monday, both Monday morning and Monday evening. I'm going to see my parents. They're going to make the drive up here on Tuesday, since my dad refuses to drive up for Thanksgiving. He don't want to be on the road with all the traffic. It's almost a 3-hour drive for them to get from my sister's house to here. So, mom, dad, my sister, her boyfriend are going to come up on Tuesday. We're going to go out for dinner, hang out together. Good morning, JT or GT. JT. Good morning, GT. Hope you're doing good this morning, bud. But I will still put out a video Tuesday morning, and I might defer Thanksgiving Day, and since I'll be cooking Thanksgiving dinner for the whole for our family here at the house, the stepson, his girl or fiance, the baby, and my buddy Mike and his wife. Um, I might put the video out on Wednesday um, or Friday. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? Hell, I don't know what I'm going to do half the time. It's a dangerous drive during the snow. Many traffic's going to be happening. I can't blame him. Yeah, I don't blame him either, Donna. I don't. I mean, my dad grew up in Indiana, so he's very familiar with driving in the snow, and that's why he has a big truck, because he wants to be able to push whatever gets in his way out of the way. So, I don't know. But they're going to come up. We're going to find some place to go and have dinner. My sister is really craving fish, and well, Michigan is definitely the place to get fish. We have a restaurant right in between here and the next town north of us called Lindy's, and they specialize in fish, frog legs, everything. If it comes out of the water, that's their specialty there. So I think that's where I'm going to take the family, is Lindy's. Just so my sister can get her fish. Not to mention, you'll never hear me complain about going somewhere to eat fish. Last time I drove to Indiana, it took me 12 hours straight driving. Psst. Back when I could drive, that would be a dream for me. That'd be a dream for me. I drove straight through from north central Indiana to Tampa, Florida. My first long drive. I think I was 21 and loved it. Loved it. Yeah, Drew. That's why we have Big Red. Exactly. Exactly. If you can afford to fill them up and drive them, go for it. That's what I say. Went to Florida once. It took me 24 hours of straight driving. Wow. I see. That's how long it took me to get to Texas from north central Indiana. Took me 24 hours straight. Well, I can't say straight. I did stop a couple times and take like real short naps. Went for a vacation and stayed for 3 years. Do love the Southwest. I was 16 when I drove my mom, dad, and I to Clearwater, Florida. Clearwater's pretty. I got to see Clearwater on the way home. Saw the saw the Gulf of Mexico for the first time. We were down there in March. I mean, so it wasn't pretty. There wasn't no beach bunnies running around on the beach. The 7 or 8 people we seen in Clearwater all had on coats and hats and everything because, well, needless to say, the wind coming in off the Gulf was colder than a witch's booby in a cast iron bra. So it was a decent experience, but it wasn't the best experience it could be. I'm at the point now that I hate driving. God, I don't. I wish I could drive. I miss driving. I miss driving. I like the beach. You dirty girl. You dirty girl. I could never go to a nude beach. I get laughed at enough by my wife. I don't want to go around total strangers and yeah, can't do it. Yeah, I've noticed that, GT. Every time I see you live, you're sitting in the driver's seat of your truck. I mean, I guess if you can, while you're waiting to make a drop or something like that, um, sitting there going live in the driver's seat's best way to do it. Hey, John. God, long time no see, bud. Missed you. Yeah, I know. I drive her crazy. It's okay. It's a it's a dual lane highway there. You know. She returns the favor. Starting to snow here. When my late husband told me about the nude beach, I told him he was lying. He said, "Look," I'm like, "Wow, that's insane." I've probably driven 15 or 20 million miles. Wow. Yeah, mad respect, dude. Mad respect. My uncle retired right before he got his third million-mile plaque. So, and that was a lot of years of driving. He started off driving the entire U.S. up into Canada, and the last probably decade he done a dedicated route from New York all the way down to Galveston, Texas. They lived in South Carolina, so he just ran the coast back and forth. So, okay, have a good day. I'm off to work. All right, Donna, you have a good day, sweetie. Thanks for stopping in, and don't be a stranger. Have a good day at work. Stay safe. Oh, don't know what we're going to do tonight. I had two people lined up to be on tonight, and neither one of them can make it. I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I had two people lined up, and when they fell through, I messaged two other folks um, to come on, and haven't got responses back from them. But they're pretty big channels. They're pretty big channels. Um, I've been watching their videos for several years. Um, been subscribed to them for several years. Uh, we've talked on multiple occasions, but I haven't got responses back. But it normally takes them a few days to get to their messages. I mean, one of them's 89,000 subscribers. The other one is, I think, 55,000 subscribers. So we'll figure something out for tonight. Of course, I was going to have GT come on, but he only plays with Twitter now. The one, the one messaging app I don't have. So I got no way to. Oh God, I want this. It's still chilled. I'm keeping this nice and cool for later. Little extra caffeine kick. Oh, it's all right, GT. It's all right. I understand, bud. I don't blame you. Honestly, if I ran into as much trouble with Messenger and Instagram and stuff like that as a lot of people have, I wouldn't mess with them either. I know it's really funny. I had Twitter years ago. Twitter actually came on my new phone as an already installed app, and I couldn't remember any passwords or anything. I don't even remember how to tweet. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. Ugh. Twitter's like TikTok, but you can do longer videos. Huh. I, I remember it being strictly a messaging app. So, mm, peppermint. We'll get it figured out, GT. We'll get something rolling here real soon. This is the problem with me being a technotard. Um, I just don't know how the bloody apps work. If it's not something I use every single day, um, I don't know how they work. That's why I've stuck with the old editing programs and stuff like that, because I've used them for 3 years. I know how they work. They just do these weird updates on them and don't tell you. Um, and you start doing stuff on them, and all of a sudden they don't work the way they did 2 days ago, and it's like, huh. Yeah, see, StreamYard is what I use to do the interviews and stuff like that. We can, we can get things rolling around here again. I'll actually get the StreamYard, what they call it, the advanced, whatever, and I'll start using StreamYard to do all my live streams. So it's just a matter of, you know, getting the financial thing squared away. Oh, I know. I love StreamYard. I love StreamYard. As you guys can see, I do have some cigars this morning, though. Thank you very much to my stepson, who, even though they have that brand new 2 week old baby, uh, managed to pay his loan payment to his mom, which gave her a little bit of extra money this morning. And well, needless to say, she ran down to the gas station this morning, grabbed me some cigars, grabbed her some cigarettes. So, because I was getting to that point, smoking these damn things, I couldn't breathe this morning. One of these days, what, when is my next? Oh, Jan's next video. All right, Tony. Looks like I made a mistake uncovering that heater vent just a little bit. Got that puppy set on 76 degrees for Grandma right now, so she don't freeze over. I think it's killing the rest of us. I spent a poop ton at the grocery this morning. Had to buy all my laundry stuff. Otherwise, Jay wouldn't have any clean clothes. Good morning, Trina. Good to see you, love. Hope you're doing good this morning. Hope Kyle's not out having to work in this crap this morning. But I would almost bet with winter weather advisory, a winter storm prior to that, there's probably some damaged poles out there or some damaged towers. So I'm going to guess Kyle's probably on his way to 200 feet in the air. Kid's got bigger balls than I do. Just the thought of climbing 200 feet in the air scares the hell out of me. He does it like Spider-Man. And besides that, like I said, it's colder than hell It's colder than hell on the ground. Could you imagine the wind 200 feet in the air? It's going to be iced through in no time. I don't know how he does it. So Jerry's route to investment probably after Thanksgiving. Yep, there's a lot of preparation that goes into the holidays and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, I wanted to do an investigation tomorrow night, but now that the snow has fallen, it's going to be kind of hard to get to any outside investigations. I wanted to do local burial mounds right across from the Sumnerville Cemetery, which was Mark and my first investigation ever, are the Sumnerville Mounds. They're a set of Mississippian 10,000 years old or older. But I think there's 5 burial mounds out there. Um, and every winter, people report seeing and hearing things around those mounds. And I wanted to go out there, but yeah, not with snow on the ground, especially as much as we got down here, and it's still coming down. Morning, dog. Good to see you, bud. Don't sit on a steel chair outdoors naked today. I needed a gallon of warm water to defrost them boys off the chestnuts roasting on an open fire. She's been after us for a long time. Oh. Yep, don't sit on a steel chair outside on days like today. If your butt cheeks don't vapor lock to the chair surface, your danglies will. And that's never a good thing. However, that being said, I think watching Kathy running back and forth to the house, heating up water to get your cojones unadhered to that flat surface was probably funny as hell. So, you know. Not to mention your reaction to freezing cold, steaming hot, freezing cold, steaming hot. You know, I could literally see you going, "Oh God, hurry, hurry! It's cold, hot, 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 hot. Oh, cold, 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 hot, 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 cold, 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 cold." It seems that the world is coming to an end. People can't get Taylor Swift tickets. Yeah, I've noticed that she went like 2 years, didn't put out any new music. You didn't see any videos of her, nothing. And here about 3 weeks ago, when I turn on the computer in the morning, I have got video after video after video of her on this talk show or this late night show or doing this or doing that. I just seen a TikTok from her right before I started the live stream about her cat, and she has for all of a sudden she's making this big comeback. I mean, she's not this fresh faced little 16-year-old girl that she was when she started. But she's making this huge comeback now in her mid 20s, and all the power to her, man. I always like my Tay Tay. So, you know, just found a woman's phone number. We'll give her a call today and set it up. There you go. There you go. Get that set up. We all enjoy your videos. Even when your cameraman looks like he's been excessively consuming large amounts of alcoholic beverages before you go out and film, the videos are still good. Don't fart while frozen to a still chair, either pressure cooker. I see, me personally, I like the squeaky sound. You know, when you're frozen to it, you've got that little teeny tiny hole that's not making contact to the chair surface, and you fart and it goes. Just went down a few notches on a respectometer. Can I drop my new channel link? Yes, you may. You may drop your new channel link. Anybody. If you got a wrench in here, anybody can drop a channel link. We got no problem with that. Always want to have a laugh. Yep, they went through this 2 week span where you couldn't do the custom URLs and stuff like that, and then some of the new changes came into effect, letting you get the new URL locked in or getting your nickname locked in. I don't need a nickname. Everybody knows me. I don't need a nickname. Besides that, to be honest, between you guys that are regulars on here, between the people that come in to just visit, I got enough nicknames out there. I don't need any more. Of course, some of them can't be said on YouTube, but I mean, they can, but there's a risk involved. Hey, I froze up. Well, look at that. What a face. That's a face only a mother could love. As soon as I find a mother that loves it, I'm going to let you guys know. Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Funny, funny, funny. Believe it or not, a lot of people call me Druzy. I've got Druzy. I've got Drusuf. I got Drooby. Droopy. Um, Dickhead. That guy that thinks he knows everything. Mr. Know-It-All. Um, yeah, I don't need any more. Drucifer. I like that. Drucifer. Of course, as soon as Halloween, Jesus H, my God, as soon as Thanksgiving is over with, we're going to start getting back into those Christmas-oriented videos for the month of December. we'll have old Saint Nick on again, and as soon as Saint Nick, um, you know, moves everything out of the corner so he can open the closet door and pull out the bright red outfit. Um, Everything else it's put away for the summertime. Moose is funny. Um, Moose was in the premiere chat yesterday at the very beginning. He's fun. He's fun. That is one fella right there that I would love to collab with. Only because he is just he's awesome. He's very very funny. It he when I started the premiere chat yesterday, he was I think the first one in there. And the premiere chat was about or the premiere was about Native American games that taught skills. And he's just sitting there chatting a little bit, and he uh, he just all of a sudden comes back and says, "Huh, me and my uncle used to play a game," and I knew where he was going. I knew where he was going. I said, "Oh, really? That's nice that you and your uncle got along." He said, "Yeah, but we didn't play our games in an open field. We normally played them in my uncle's van." I said, that's exactly. I knew where you were going with that. I did. Just from watching the couple videos I watched, I knew exactly where he was going with it. Um, I have an abdominal snowman from the Rudolph Claymation. Oh, okay, I got you. The Bumble that was on the old Rudolph Claymation Christmas specials. The Bumble. I remember him. 42 years old, retired military, got lots of time on his hands now. Bumbles bounce. They do bounce. I miss those old shows. I seen a video the other day. Somebody had used "It's the Great Pumpkin" Charlie Brown as their thumbnail, and I sat there just looked at it for a second and thought back to how me and my sister used to crowd around the the floor model panel TV that sat in our living room on the high pile baby blue carpet, and watch the Great Pumpkin, Happy Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown Christmas special, stuff like that. Yeah, the pre-Hermie version. Thank you, Tony. Yes, the console TV. And it's really kind of funny. My mom went out and she bought that TV. She loved the designs of the wood on the side of it. When that TV finally went out, my dad was going to trash it. And my mom said, "No, I love that TV. I love that TV. It's beautiful. There's not a mark on it. We've taken good care of it." She goes, "Make something out of it." My dad took that thing out to the shed. He gutted it completely, took the back off, the whole shebang, and built shelves in this for my mom to put all of her oil lamps on, and put a hardwood back on it and stuff, sanded it down, restained it, polyurethaned it. Now my mom has got this thing sitting in her TV room with all of her oil lamps on it. So, yeah, my love of never throwing anything away. Oh my God, I love oil lamps. Love them. Oil lamps and old candle lanterns and stuff like that. I love them. If I had more space, I would collect them. Right now, I think we have either 8 or 10 oil lamps here in the house, and I've got everything from old sailing ship lanterns, hanging lanterns, to cabin candle lanterns that have the big reflector on the back, and you clip the metal lantern into it, to just wood and sand glass, with wood frame with sand glass candle lanterns. You got about 30 of them. My uncle used to put more modern TVs inside the old consoles. That's cool. That's cool. Now that's a way of resurface, or yeah, re servicing um, old stuff. I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have any place to put 30 lanterns at. Psh, we don't have near the shelf space that I'd like to have. I remember back when I was growing up, we had oil lanterns up on top of my dad's gun cabinet. We had oil lanterns up on top of my mom's curio cabinet that sat in the dining room. That the old antique two-piece curio cabinet that came from great grandma, came from Ireland. Um, God, we had them sitting on the desk. We had them sitting on top of the TV. Good morning, Maria. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Company, I'm just gonna listen as I run down the highway this morning. Morning, Jay. Hope you're doing good this morning, bud. Oh goodness, my God, it is 9 o'clock already. We have burned up an hour. Oh, like I said, for those of you that did not watch the video yesterday, on the Native American games that build skills. There was a little commercial at the end of it, about 6 minutes long. We are doing the Toys for Tot drive and the Adopt a Family this year. It's something I have wanted to do since I started this channel, and I thought, by God, this year we're going to do it. So there are links to the PayPal um, on the video. If anybody wants to make a cash donation, the PayPal, it's the same PayPal we use here. If anybody actually wants to go out and buy toys and send them to me, um, for me to do the wrapping and stuff like that. You can also do that. Just get a hold of me at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com, and I will get you a mailing address where those toys can be sent to. But doing something like that, don't forget it needs to be taken care of reasonably early so we have time for snail mail to get them to me and for me to get them wrapped and stuff like that. Um, and then figure out if they're going to go to a certain family or if they're going to go to the Toys for Tots box. Let me see here. I know two families. Someone could adopt my Drew's and mine. Yeah, believe me. Everybody keeps saying, Drew, your wife supports your entire family on her meager paycheck. You haven't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Why are you wanting to adopt a family? And it's like, it's just the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. Christmas time is not the time to think of yourself. It's the time to think of others. And we're not fortunate, but there's people out there that's less fortunate. And by God, if I can put a smile on somebody's face, give them a Christmas dinner they wouldn't normally have, put toys under their Christmas tree, I'm going to do it. It's just how I was brought up. I don't see myself ever changing. Mine needs time to recover. Here, cat has the zoomies this morning. I went out to clean the car off this morning. The kittens were on the back porch. Um, 27 degrees. They're out there at the back door. I yelled at Ash, hey, you need to don't forget to feed and water the kittens before you go to school. And in the process of somehow, and we haven't figured this out yet, because I was still outside cleaning off the car, and I look up and there's Steph standing at the back door holding little Kenny, the little dark kitten that adopted our family. That's an outside cat, and she's standing inside the house holding Kenny. And I finished the car, got it started, walked in there. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "He somehow managed to come in right between Ash's legs. She didn't even know it. He's in there loving on Ralph, and Ralph's loving on him, and Georgie's loving on him, and he's running all through the kitchen just a hopping and a jumping, and he'd go over and eat a couple pieces of food, take a drink of water, start jumping around and purring and meowing. And this is an outside kitty that inside his heart somewhere um, dreams of being an inside kitty. So Tucker, no, Tucker's happy being outside. He's a mouser. He's happy being out there. These guys are only like 3 months old, so I mean they're still teeny tiny little kittens. But yeah, he's running all around the house, mewing and jumping, and they're chasing each other and playing. He's jumping on Ralph, he's jumping on George, they're jumping on him. If this kitten does not wind up becoming an inside cat before winter's over, it's one more thing we can't afford. It's one more mouth to feed. But we feed them anyway, so. There's 4 people in Drew's family, 2 in mine. Box him up and send him here. Yeah, we'll just put him in a box full of kitten chow and with a hamster water bottle wired to the inside of the box. Um, Believe me, if he goes into anybody's house, he's gonna come here. But then again, welcome Drew the big softy. that don't want to see any little baby critters cold in the wintertime. So, but like I said, I'll be putting out another announcement about the Toys for Tots and the Adopt a Family thing. I'll be putting out the video about that tomorrow. It's only going to be 7, 8 minutes long. Um, Sunday, of course, there'll be our regular scheduled video. We're going to be finishing out the month this week for Native American Indian Heritage Month. Um, oh yeah, there's mice out in the shed, but Kenny is not a mouser. Uh, I think if he ever caught a mouse, he would probably love it to death. Um, these guys are feral. They've never been inside before. But I think he's even at that age where he understands, hey, it's nice being in there. They look out the door at me, they're not shivering. There's not snow on their backs. They're not soaked. Those two kitties that live inside there, um, they got it good. And there's no mousies in there or anything else. Um, but yeah, we have mice out in the shed. You could tell by looking at Tucker and Mama Kitty, which is really kind of funny because Mama Kitty had like 12 kittens, and the other kittens are still over at our neighbor's house where they were born at. It's their cat. But Mama Kitty and Tucker and Kenny, Ken, I've told this joke 100 times. My daughter and her sense of humor that's like a lot like mine. She named the kittens Ken and Tucker. That way she can run outside when it's time to feed him and yell, Kentucker, 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 and they come running. It's my kid. How's little Mike? Little Mike. Little Mike. Refresh my memory. Who's little Mike? I live in the boonies. I have mice running amok. Ever since I quit using the shed as my studio, that's when the mice have started moving in there because I'm not in there every day doing videos or working on videos or doing live streams, stuff like that. It's actually gone back to becoming a shed again. So yeah, there's plenty of mice out there. Kenny's just not about that life. He's just not about that life. The one that was there when we were there, the yellow one. Oh, my buddy Mike. Little Mike wound up over at my buddy's house a block away, and they adopted him. They adopted him. They changed his name to Garfield. He responds to that name. Um, of course, he's an inside-outside kitty. He he'll sleep there on the couch and stuff at night. Get up in the morning, go outside, take care of his business, come right back up to the door, come back in. So little Mike's name was officially changed to Garfield. That makes 8 cats now, I think, for my friend Mike and his wife Brenda. What can I say? We're cat people. I look at Mike and his wife though, as in another 20 years, they're going to be the crazy cat people here in the neighborhood, like 50 cats running around, and you know, got them all named. They all have separate personalities, um, stuff like that. So there I go freezing again. Look at that face. Uh, uh. But it's snowing pretty rough out here right now, guys. So there's probably going to be all kinds of interference. Who knows? Yeah, and you know, Jan, I can kind of, sort of, almost, but not quite understand that. I still dream of having that big hybrid or a husky or something that I can take to reenactments with me. That's going to be very well behaved, going to be my buddy, walk at my side, sit when I sit, sleep in my bed with me. Um, I probably never will, but yeah, I still dream about it. But you are right. At this stage in life, um, cats are so much easier to take care of. Now Ralph thinks he's a people. He still thinks he's a people. I go out to watch TV in the living room. He jumps right up in the chair with me. If he's not sitting on my lap, he's sitting on the arm of the chair, or he's up on the back of it behind my head, or laying across my shoulders like a mink stole. Um, that's what you get for raising them like kids, I guess. Just got done feeding your pussy cat. Yeah, the wife, before she left for work yesterday, she actually made almost like a chicken pot pie in the slow cooker, just without the crust. And Ash made those biscuits last night that I sent you the video of, Jan. And Steph told us to go on and eat because she was running behind because of the weather and stuff. Um, so I'm sitting in the living room and I've got my plate of biscuits, sitting there eating them. And Ralph comes out of his little box and walks over to me and sits down like a puppy dog and gets up on his hind legs, what we call prairie dogging. And he's reaching up and he's tapping my plate because he wants to smell what's on my plate. And I lowered my plate down. He's sitting there just prairie dogging, bends down and sniffs the butter on my biscuits and gets down and walks back over, gets up in his box. He wanted to make sure that it wasn't something he liked because we have to share with him if it's something he likes. I I swear to God, there's some Italian in that cat because he loves pizza sauce. He loves um, Italian cheese. He loves Italian sausage. Not much on hamburger. Not much on pork. Likes chicken. As long as it's unseasoned, he will not touch it if it's been seasoned at all. He likes his raw chicken, or likes his cooked chicken, but just plain chicken. Um, yeah, weird little dude. Weird little dude. But I wouldn't change him. My cat is a bitch. Just likes chicken and ignoring you. if Ralph ever started ignoring us, he'd be going straight to the vet because something would be wrong with him. He is not the ignoring kind. He wants to be loved. He wants to be kissed. He wants to give kisses. He wants to be right there with us while we're eating, right there with us while we're sleeping. That's why we had to start locking him up in the bathroom at night. We had to start locking him up because midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, he's up on the bed trying to give kisses, trying to snuggle with you, or he is purring so loud he wakes you up. Um, nope. He started going in the bathroom at night with George. I keep telling Ralph he needs to be ashamed of himself because he's getting George punished because she has to go in the bathroom too because that's where the litter box is at. So we can't close him in there and close her out because that'll be a catastrophe, quite literally. So we just put them both in the bathroom at night. My cat only eats cat food. You guys know the story of that. Every morning the wife has to get up, let him out of the bathroom. As soon as she lets them out, they run out and sit down next to their food bowls in the kitchen. She has to go out and give them their little, split the little half can of 9 Lives between them. And, yep, they love their 9 Lives. But Ralph likes his people food, but only Italian. And I'll never understand that. Don't like yellow cheese. It has to be Parmesan or some other weird shit. And it's not like he eats a ton of it. You put 2 or 3 little pieces of shredded cheese down somewhere, he's happy as can be. Eats them, walks away, goes and lays down somewhere. Weird little dude. Weird little dude. You hear it if their bowl's empty. Now, see, that's George. That's George. You cannot go to the bathroom without George following you to the bathroom. She'll jump up on the step of the garden tub that's in the bathroom where their litter box and stuff's at, and she will sit there and she'll stare at you. Or if I'm in here working, she will actually come to the door and she'll meow. I open up the door, she turns around, runs halfway across the living room, stops and looks at me. Oh, well, yeah, there must be a spot that big where she can see the bottom of the bowl through the food because she thinks her bowl is empty the second she can see a dime-sized spot of the bowl. She's going to go in there, even if you just, move the food around to cover the hole up, she's happy. But the second she sees the bowl through the food, she needs it refilled. So, Drew, we used to live in another house. We had a white cat. I felt something walking up the bed between me and Kathy. I thought it was her, but I thought it was her, but he was laying on my pillow above my head. Happened all the time. Wow. Wow. So you obviously had some kind of little critter spirit living there in the house that liked to share in that family bonding time. Get a bowl that's food colored. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But I have yet to find a bowl that's the proper color of brown. It's the food is such a light brown. It's funny. It's funny. I've never seen a more prissy cat my entire life than Miss George. We had a guy that was there too, seen him lots of times. Hmm. Now, see, that really reminds me a lot of the house that I grew up in. Um, when my family first moved from Tennessee to Indiana, mom and dad got a house in Fairmount, Indiana, where James Dean came from. And we lived there until I was about 11 years old. And um, mom and dad wanted to move to the country. And they found an old abandoned farmhouse sitting on about an acre, acre and a half of ground. And we come to find out we got very close with the bus driver, who was the daughter of the people that owned the property. And it was the very last place that my grandfather ever helped remodel before he passed away. And we come to find out that the place actually started off as a one room log cabin back in the 1870s. And the cabin structure itself was so well built that when they updated the house in the 19 teens, they actually built what was existing, what we lived in, around the cabin. That was the living room in the house. And when they updated it in the 19 teens, they built the front bedroom on, which was mom and dad's bedroom, and they built the um, dining room on. And then in like the 20s, they added another small room on the back, which was originally a wood room. Um, and they added the kitchen and utility room. Then in the 1950s, they added on the three rooms upstairs. And back in the 1870s, an old man that lived in that cabin, his family came out along the end of October and tried to get him to come into town, which was 11 miles away. It's Alexandria, Indiana, small town USA. And he refused. He said, Mom and I have lived here for years. I'll be fine. I got Boxy with me, which was the dog. And they tried, but he wouldn't leave. And when they came back out in April, when the weather finally broke, um, he had starved to death there in the living room, and the dog was also deceased, laying on his lap. And then in like the 19 late 1940s, early 1950s, a young girl was living there, and she hung herself out in one of the outbuildings. Um, and then in the 1960s, another girl hung herself from the banister upstairs on the stairwell. And in the 80s, when we moved in there, we heard the dog bark at night. We heard the stairs creaking. You would hear the banister just pop, like somebody had jerked on it or something like that. So yeah, I'm very, very familiar with having that spirit thing moving around the house and hearing it. And you would hear the dog panting. You would hear the dog bark sometimes at night. You would hear whining. So, and we never had an inside dog when I was growing up. So yeah. Hey Richie, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well over there on the west side of the big water that we so affectionately call Lake Michigan. Good to see you're not frozen over yet, bud. At least not all the way. We have a little girl here. I felt her presence My granddaughter wanted to know who she was. She could see her. Oh, you know, they say that um, kids and animals, for some reason, their minds work on a different energy level than ours does, and they can see and hear things that we can't. So, how true that is, there's no scientific proof to it, but man, I'll tell you what, physically, they prove it to us time and time again. Just watch your documentaries um, all the time. Watch those documentaries. You will hear story after story of little kids with imaginary friends, and these imaginary friends, or what us as adults refer to as imaginary friends, um, we'll notice things being moved in the room when the kids are gone. We'll notice noises. We'll notice all kinds of stuff. The kids carrying on full conversations, playing games. They, I don't know. Why do you think kids point up all the time? They see that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that was something that my sister did when she was little. There's 4 years between my sister and I. She's 4 years younger than I am. So you figure she was almost 8 years old when we moved into that house in the country. And she had never had an imaginary friend. But she used to sit in the middle of her bedroom floor and carry on conversations with somebody who wasn't there. And we really think it was the little girl that killed herself, because my sister's bedroom, the banister of the staircase moved around. Um, it actually went from the entryway to her room and went up, then cut, and then her dresser sat over here. Uh, but the little girl had hung herself right there on the banister. And we really think that my sister's imaginary friend was the little girl that hung herself on that banister. Sorry, I have to go ahead and get ready for me. Yep, it's about that time. It's just about 9:30. So you be careful heading to your appointment, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. My sister used to my grandpa all the time. She was 10 months old when he passed, so she never really knew him. Wow, very interesting. Very interesting. Now, who's dinging my bell? Who's dinging my bell? Someone just ding my bell. Do, 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 do. Oh, okay. Ho hum, ho hum. The last of the peppermint. Kind of makes me sad. Time to go back to my hazelnut now. That peppermint's good. Peppermint's very good. But like I said, we will be on tonight, guys, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just have no clue what we're going to do unless I have a guest fall into my lap. Of course, I will put something up on the community tab so everybody can know, and we'll have some fun. If not, it'll just be another in general live stream, or something. trivia, general BS, Christmas music. Camo Man, what is up, bud? Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're staying nice and warm. Seems like it's chilly all over the country today. Of course, you guys saw where New York got hit yesterday with snow. Doing great. Good. Good. I'm glad. Oh man. We are down to 30 minutes. Oh. Oh, come on, Pop. Pop, come on. Good morning, ma'am. Good to see you. How you doing today, Masha? Well, I hope you're staying warm. I can't imagine. I was telling the wife this morning. I said, I have friends in that's laughing at us right now. They have warmer temperatures and less snow than we have. But I'll never understand. I'll never understand how the countries work because you look at Ireland and Scotland and England and Germany that are all way further north than we are, and we'll have 2 foot of snow on the ground and 20-degree temperatures, and they won't have seen a single flake fall yet, and still be in the 50s and 60s. I'll never understand how that works. When I was growing up, we were always taught that in the wintertime, everything above a certain line got snow. It's nice to know I was lied to during my entire childhood. You lie to children, it just makes them retarded adults. Good. I'm glad you're staying warm. For those of you that are keeping score, which I'm sure none of you are, because it really honestly don't matter. Um, what's today? Today's Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday night, um, we started our winter storm warning. We got 4 inches of snow. Now the winter storm warning went till 10 a.m. yesterday. So you're 50 hours, just about. Tuesday night we got 4 inches of snow. Wednesday night we got 10 inches of snow. And then last night, after the storm ended and it just became a winter weather advisory, we got another 4 inches of snow. So we're sitting 16 inches, 15 inches, 16 inches right now. And we went from 31 for a high yesterday that we didn't reach. We only got to 30. Today it is 28 for a high, and we've been sitting at 26 since 4 o'clock this morning. So wait till technology takes over. Yep, we got snow. It's gone now. Well, I will send you a box of ours. You can have a box of our snow. I will be more than happy to send it to you if you want it. That way you feel all nice and wintry up there. Um, I don't want anyone to not fear, to not feel that holiday winter spirit. So I'll be more than happy to send you some snow. Yeah, snow cones. There you go. Just don't eat the ones that come yellow. That's usually not very good and does not taste like lemon. So definitely do not eat the snow that comes in the box already yellow. -2. Damn it! I got to look at that conversion because I know you guys are still on. Or I know you guys use centigrade up there. So let me see here real quick. 28.4 degrees. So you're right about 2 degrees more. You're right about 2 degrees more than we are right now, Fahrenheit. So that's not too awful bad. We're still sitting right at, let me make sure here, I don't want to lie to you. Actually, we dropped a degree. We are at 27 degrees right now. Or no, I take that back. We went up a degree. So we're sitting at 27 right now. We're expected a high of 28. Who knows if we'll get it or not. Glub, 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 glub. See, I love Canada. I love the weather. I love the climate. I love the people. Um, it's a balmy 22 here. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Like I said, you're right there on the western door to the Great Plains, bud. You're getting all that nasty straight line wind and stuff like that. We couldn't keep the house warm yesterday. We got up to 30. We were supposed to hit 31. We got up to 30. We have the furnace set on 35 yesterday, and that thing ran almost constant all day long because of the wind coming out of the west northwest. Um, it was bad, and Grandma was still walking around here in a sweatsuit with her sweater on. She'd go in and sit on the couch, cover cover up with her big fuzzy blanket, and just shiver. I was trying to watch TV, and all I kept hearing was, "It's cold. It's cold." I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's cold. It is them freaking Canadians sending their air masses this way." Yeah, blame Canada, blame Canada. I don't think it's the Canadians sending their air masses this way. Canada don't like to share anything with the U.S. So, except for good beer. So I mean, and maple syrup. Thank you, Canada. Take all the maple syrup we can get. But yeah, they're not sending it this way. It's escaping from Canada and coming down here to us. You never hear a weatherman say in Mexican cold air mass. No, no, no. But then again, I don't get southwest weather here. So dropped another degree. We're back down to 26 now. It just started snowing again, and we dropped another degree. How about that? 26 degrees. But yeah, I don't get those southwestern weather forecasts. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you, and it's the most amazing thing I ever seen in my life. Thank God for elevation. Some of the most popular ski resorts are located in New Mexico, up in the mountains, where they get more snow than sometimes they get in Colorado, which completely blows me away. Here you are in the Southwest, much, much closer to the equator, but you get up in those elevations, 2,000, 3,000 feet above sea level, you have got some of the most popular ski resorts I've ever seen. Texas. Texas, you can have all four seasons, 365 days a year in Texas. I was in Houston, Texas for 3 years, never seen a snowflake. Never dropped below 65 degrees Fahrenheit in the wintertime. I get up to Wichita Falls, Texas. We have 3 foot of snow up there. And I mean, Wichita Falls sits right up on the northern edge of Texas. You cross the Red River, you're in Oklahoma, and there's no snow. No snow in Oklahoma. But Wichita Falls has got 3 foot of snow on the ground. All right, Jay. You take care of yourself, bud. Be careful out there today. Jan told us earlier it was starting to snow. But you be very careful out there making your deliveries and stuff today, and we'll catch you tonight, bud. It just blows me away that you can have snow, you can have a very, very, very comfortable 55 or 60 degrees, and you can have 96 degrees all in the same state at the same time year round. Yeah, when I left the station, I was just flurrying. I'm about 40 miles northeast of Cincinnati. Ground's almost white out here. It's going to be a fun afternoon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Like I said, just be careful, man. We know I ain't too much worried about your driving skills. I've seen your driving. But them other nutballs on the road, don't trust them. Don't trust them no further than I could pick them up and throw them. Yeah, yeah. Texas is much bigger than England. Um, well, you figure 2.5 Michigans makes England. One Michigan is larger than Scotland, and 1/3 of Michigan is Ireland, and Texas is like 4.5 Michigans. So yeah, I mean it's big. It's big. You can't see all four corners of it in less than a week. I mean, you literally have got to drive almost 7 days straight, nonstop, to go from uh, northeast Texas to northwest Texas to southwest Texas to southeast Texas. Um, it's a lot of miles. Oh yeah, yeah. You could fit the entire UK into Texas twice, twice, 3 times actually, roughly 3 times. You could fit the entire well, England, Ireland, and Scotland. You could fit in Texas, I think, 3 times. So that's a lot of space to cover. Back, had to take the dogs out. Yep, yep, got to take them out. I think Texas is bigger than Europe. Pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty close. If it's not bigger than Europe, it's real close. They ain't liking this cold weather. Had to put their coats on them. Psst, that's too cute. Little puppy coats. Keep them all nice and warm when they go out and take care of their business. Oh, goodness gracious. What are we at? Oh, we got about 12 minutes left. Then I got to get busy on Sunday's video. Whoop, whoop. Well, you all have an epic day. You too, Masha. You too. Have a wonderful day. Stay nice and warm. Um, it'll be over in 4 months, 5 months. And just think, in 6 months, we'll be wishing winter was here again so it wasn't so bloody damn hot. Oh, you're welcome, dear. Anytime. It's like I always say, once you come here once, you're part of the family. Come back anytime you want. But you can tell we're winding down. We have us about 10 minutes left. We're down to, we're, no, we won't. Well, I don't know about you, Tom, but, well, let me rephrase that. This year, I'm starting to feel it. The wife noticed last night that I couldn't get comfortable in bed. I had a pillow between my knees because my knees were so swollen and hurting so bad. When I was laying on my side, I couldn't put my knees together. So I put a pillow between them. My ankles were hurting. They were swollen up. My feet were swollen up. Um, I just couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't get comfortable. The cold weather was getting into my joints and stuff. Now this morning I actually feel decent, but I've only been outside once. I was insulated and I come right back in. So I don't know. We'll see. But normally, yeah, come July and August, man, we are waiting for cooler weather up here. And then in January, we're cussing the winter and waiting for spring. So just, one more of them situations where are we ever really truly satisfied? That is not to say that the AC won't be on exactly. Exactly. And it's really funny because we hardly used the AC all last summer. Um, we had the windows open and had beautiful breezes coming through the house all summer long. We hardly used the AC at all. You know. Now next year we could have 107-degree August days again and need that AC to survive. Who knows? But we only had a handful of days even in the 90s this year. So who knows? Who knows? There is no commonality to weather anymore. One year it's warmer than hellfire. The next year it's comfortable as could be. So you just never know anymore. But yeah, like I said, we will be on tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't know what we're doing yet. I am still working on a guest for tonight, so we'll just have to wait and see. Tomorrow, be looking for the special video, um, all about the Toys for Tots and the Adopt a Family program this year. Sunday, we will have another video coming out, our regularly scheduled video, starting the final week of the month of November, the final week of Native American Indian Heritage Month. Um, in a week, a little bit over a week, we will be starting the month of December. We had several weeks of 90 plus heat in May and then again in June. Yeah, I think we had a total of 6 or 7 days this year in the 90s, and it was the low 90s. I don't even think we hit 95 at all this summer. And I think 92, 93 degrees was our apex for 2022. Buffalo, New York got almost 4 foot of snow last night. They moved the football game Sunday to Detroit. Yeah, I seen that this morning, Terry. Good morning, by the way. I seen that this morning where Buffalo got smashed last night. Um, they knew it was coming, but they didn't know to what degree it was coming, and they got hit hard. Remainder of summer and first of fall was warm but not super hot. Yeah, same here. Oh, it is here too. Believe me. Tuesday evening through Thursday morning, we were under a winter storm warning. As soon as it ended at 10 o'clock yesterday morning, it became a winter weather advisory. We've got a total of 15 or 16 inches of snow on the ground right now, and it's still coming down. It's supposed to snow hard off and on all through tomorrow, and then all of a sudden our temperatures are supposed to be up in the 50s, 60s, and 70s again. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Buffalo, they normally do. You're right. They get large amounts of snow. Buffalo, Buffalo too. Yeah, exactly. Buffalo and Buffalo both get large amounts of snow in the wintertime. I've never been to Buffalo, New York. I got to check that place out sometime. I got to find it on a map, find out where it's at. They do, but not this quick. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they knew it was coming. They just didn't know how bad it was coming. And believe you me, it came. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. You are right. Hope you're doing well today and staying warm. I've been there many times. Relatives there. Very cool. Very cool. Like I said a little bit ago, guys, we will be on tonight. Don't know what we're doing. I'm still hoping for a guest to crawl out of the woodwork. Um, Tomorrow, special video about the Adopt a Family and the Toys for Tots program this year. Um, Sunday, regular scheduled video. Monday, we will be live Monday morning and Monday night, um, with a video release on Tuesday. Um, since the following Thursday is Thanksgiving, the video for Thursday will either be dropped on Wednesday or Friday. I've not decided yet. Um, but my mom and dad have come up from Tennessee. They will be here Tuesday late morning. So the video will be dropped early. We have got plans for the day since my dad don't want to make the 3-hour drive north in Thanksgiving Day traffic. We're going to celebrate our Thanksgiving and just go out and eat together somewhere on Tuesday. And then I'll have Thanksgiving dinner here on Thursday for the wife and I, daughter, grandmother, um, my best friend that lives a block away with his wife and stepson, his fiance, and the new baby. So, busy week. Busy week. But it's about that time, guys. We've got less than a minute to go. Y'all have a great day. Stay warm. If you got to go, if you work for the man, enjoy it. It's Friday. Here in just a few hours, you get to tell him to kiss your butt for 2 days. So if you work for the school system, you get to tell them to kiss your butt for a whole week. So, but I will see you guys tonight. Here's the amount of snow is not the issue, but flatland topography meant every dip in the country. Yeah, exactly. In the country gets full. All that wind and stuff, it drifts right over all the valleys and the hollers and stuff. So, and the dips and all that kind of crap. So, but you guys all have yourselves. Oh, Adam, we are just walking out the door, man. Good morning to you, though, bud. Hope you're having a good Friday and ready to tell everybody, tell your boss to kiss your butt. The weekend is here. So, but we will be on tonight. You guys all take care. Have a good Friday. We'll catch you tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See y'all then.